You know what's always fascinated me? We talk about our future selves like they're completely different people. We say things like, future me will deal with it, or I'll start next week, without thinking twice about it. It's become such a normal part of how we talk that we never stop to ask who this person actually is. Somewhere along the way, we started believing there's another version of us waiting just around the corner who's somehow more disciplined, more organized, and better at life than we are today. I've caught myself doing this more times than I can count. I'll look around my room, see clothes on the chair, dishes on my desk, and a book I've been meaning to read for months. Instead of doing any of it, I tell myself I'll get to it later. It feels harmless in the moment because later always seems like the better time. Maybe I'll have more energy, maybe I'll finally feel motivated, or maybe I'll just be in a better mood. The problem is, I've been telling myself the exact same story for weeks, sometimes even months. Think about the last time you unlocked your phone. Maybe someone texted you, or maybe you wanted to check the weather. Maybe you were looking up one quick thing. A few swipes later, you're watching someone build a cabin in the woods, a guy ranking every Pokemon starter, or a video explaining why penguins propose with rocks. Then you lock your phone, look up, and genuinely wonder where the last few hours went. We've all had that moment where we can't even remember why we picked up our phone in the first place. It's so easy to blame social media for this, and to be fair, these apps are designed to keep us scrolling. But I don't think that's the entire story. If Instagram disappeared tomorrow, something else would take its place. YouTube, Netflix, or Reddit. Organizing your desk instead of starting your assignment. Watching productivity videos instead of actually doing the thing you're trying to be productive about. Our brains are incredibly good at finding comfortable distractions because at the end of the day, your brain isn't trying to make you successful. It's just trying to save energy. Then I had a thought that completely changed how I look at procrastination. I don't think it's really about laziness. I think it's about delegation. Imagine that you're living with a roommate who leaves dishes in the sink, throws laundry on the floor, and keeps saying they'll take the garbage out later. Eventually, you would be so annoyed because they keep assuming someone else will clean up after them. Then I realized that's exactly what I've been doing to my future self. Every task I avoid, every promise I break, every uncomfortable conversation or email that I put off is just another dirty dish I'm leaving for someone else. Except that someone else isn't another person. It's still me. The weirdest part is that I've spent so much time expecting my future self to be different from me. I imagined that one day I would just wake up and suddenly become the kind of person who always has everything together, like waking up early without struggling, staying consistent without needing motivation, and naturally does all the things I keep putting off. But when I really thought about it, it doesn't make any sense. Why would my future self magically have different habits when I've spent years building the habits I have right now? The person I become tomorrow is shaped by the person I choose to be today. You don't wake up with a completely different brain or suddenly lose all the distractions, fears, and excuses that you carry with you. You inherit whatever that's left behind. For example, if you keep avoiding things, your future self will inherit those problems. If you keep making promises and breaking them, they'll inherit that frustration as well. And honestly, I think that's why this realization is actually kind of freeing. Because for the longest time, I thought I needed to become a different person before I could start doing different things. Like needing more motivation, confidence, or having the perfect plan in place before you can finally make progress. But the thing is, you don't become a different person and then start making better choices. Maybe you make better choices, and that's what slowly creates a different person. I speak this with the experience that I've gained in the past 6-7 years, and I've applied it to my life, but sometimes I still lapse and relapse into those bad habits. I've noticed this in my own life, especially with creating videos. There were so many moments where I wanted to wait until everything was perfect, like having the perfect idea or perfect script, the perfect moment when you feel completely ready. But if I waited for that version of myself to show up, I probably wouldn't have posted anything at all. The only reason I've continued posting for over a year now is because I kept showing up as the version of myself who was still figuring things out. And I think that's something we underestimate. We imagine change as this huge moment where everything suddenly clicks. Like you wake up one day and finally become the person you've always wanted to be. But most of the time, change is much quieter than that. It's deciding to put your phone down 10 minutes earlier, or reading a few pages of that book you said you'd read months ago instead of waiting until you have time to finish an entire book. Honestly, I think it becomes exponentially harder once you start working full-time and join the workforce, because when you're a student, especially in university, you feel like you have all the time in the world. Those moments don't feel life-changing when you're doing them. They almost feel too small to matter. But your life isn't built from a few massive decisions. It's built from thousands of tiny decisions that happen when nobody is watching. And I think that's where self-trust comes from. We often talk about trusting other people, but we don't talk enough about trusting ourselves. Every time you tell yourself you're going to do something and actually follow through, you're proving to yourself that your own word actually means something. You're showing yourself that when you make a commitment, you can believe it. So maybe the goal isn't becoming a completely new person overnight. Maybe the goal is simply becoming someone your future self can trust. Your future self isn't some stranger who's gonna come rescue you one day. They're just you, living with the choices you make right now, today. They're the person who has to deal with the habits you build, the decisions you make, and the promises you keep. So instead of asking, what will future me do? Maybe the better question is, what can I do today that makes life a little easier for them? It takes just something small. Because every time you choose discipline over comfort, every time you choose action over avoidance, and every time you keep a promise you made to yourself, you're not just improving your present. You're taking care of the person you're becoming. And maybe that's the relationship that matters most, the one that you have with yourself. Thanks for watching, Rardo, and I'll see you in the next video.